Need that cup of water before the first slide's finished. But as you can see, my name is Joseph Littlejohn. And yeah, Jess, Pastor Eric prompted us and said, hey, we want to know if you believe that blank can save the world. And personally, I believe that sales can save the world. Now, I know many of you probably have a bad taste in your mouth when it comes to salesmen, because I was once a car salesman. So I know the experiences you have. I wasn't that guy. But what you need to know is everyone is a salesperson. Y'all, you see this. Some just don't know it yet. Some of you maybe don't accept it. Either way, I'm going to explain to you how sales can save the world, because you all are salespeople. Now let's take it back to your childhood. How many of you went to Walmart or the grocery store and with your parents and you're like, oh, I want that toy. I want that video game. Me, I wanted the Pokemon cards back when there was only 151, not 1,363. I was selling my parents or whoever the oldest person was that had at least $6 in their pocket on why I needed Pokemon cards. You were selling as a child. Now let's take it back to as a teenager or as a young adult. We've all been in relationships before. Now we all reached that point where guess what? It was time to meet those parents. And you know what you had to do? You had to sell those parents on why you were a good choice for their son or daughter. Now let's think about our adulthood. See, when you go to a job interview, guess what you got to do? You got to sell that employer on why they should hire you. Maybe you've been at your job for 2, 3, 20 years and it's time for a promotion. It's time for a raise. Well, it's time to get to selling that boss on why you need that raise. Now, maybe you're a spouse. Maybe you're a husband. Maybe you're a wife. But if you're a husband, I'm sure you've had to sell your wife on why you need that new 78-inch TV before football season. And ladies, don't laugh too hard, because I know you've sold that cooking appliance, maybe that, Breville espresso machine, so you don't spend as much money on those Starbucks coffees that you're going to buy anyway because of the convenience of spending $9 a cup. But yet most people have a fear of sales. And why is that? See, what I've learned is people fear being judged. We don't want people to look at us and be like, weirdo. Now, I was always so concerned with sounding dumb. I always felt like my voice sounded a certain way, but that's what made me unique. A lot of people just fear being told no, because when you're going to make a sale, you're trying to get somebody to say yes to whatever it is that you're providing. And you've all had negative experiences with salespeople, so of course you don't want to be that person for other people. What I've learned is most people project their own personal feelings towards salespeople on their thought of being a salesperson. But again, as I've said before, they're not realizing that they are a salesperson. Now, I'm not here to sell you today. Not here to sell you. Just kidding. But I'm here to show you. Trying to shift your perspective. I believe it was Pastor Eric who said, I'm trying to give you guys a paradigm shift. So I want you to see what you're doing on an everyday basis through a different lens, because you're all salesmen, as I said from the beginning. Now, you got to ask yourself, what is selling? Is selling something that you do to someone? Is selling something that you do for someone? I want y'all to think on that for at least 3 seconds, because Jess told us to wait and don't be afraid of the silence. Wow, that's awkward. So, selling in my eyes equals serving. Selling when done with the right heart equals serving to me. It is for people. It's not just to people. See, you provide a service, a product, or an idea that benefits that individual. It's something that they came to look for. Think about it. Most people focus on just the transaction of money when it comes to a sale. It doesn't matter if you're the customer or the salesperson. They're focused on the money. The reality is you're helping someone get something that they're looking for, that they need, or they're helping you get something that you're looking for that you need. You may not know it yet. Now, there's an acronym that I learned back when I got into sales, and that was 10 plus years ago. I am 34. I know I look 22. But that acronym was show, explain, lead to benefits, and lead to the sale. That's very simple. It's sale. S-E-L-L. Now, this is the nugget. Full-on Chick-fil-A nugget, because we only support the holy chicken. Don't limit your ability to sell to just money-based transactions. See, sales, as I said, equals serving. Serving equals leadership. Forgot to edit that, but you get it. Got a book back there that says leadership and forgot to spell it right. But as I said, sales equals serving, serving equals leadership. And guess who was the ultimate leader in the entire world? Jesus Christ. Because what did he do? God, he came down in human form and dwelt among us, died for our sins to serve us to an extent that he washed the disciples' feet. Would you wash her feet? Would you wash his feet? I know y'all would, because y'all love Jesus. But out here, they ain't touching nobody's toes. But as a leader, as a leader in your household, in your schools, in your jobs, business, friend groups, team, church, everything, you are selling through every single interaction. See, a sell today can be something very, very, very simple in your everyday life. It can be as simple as a word of encouragement. Good job. You're doing great. It can be something as simple as shifting that perspective because that friend, that family member is going through something traumatic and they're seeing it through a negative lens, and you can shift their perspective by selling them on what they should look at rather than what they should focus on as negative. Or you can sell someone on their belief in themselves. Maybe they want to try a new venture. Maybe they want to try to be a professional speaker, and you're like, hey, buddy, you got this. Selling them. And see, when you do this, you engage more with people because that right there eases into fellowship, community, talking more with people. Don't be afraid. They're human. You equip more people because you give them those encouraging words. You do all these different things, and then by doing all of these things, you empower more people. See, what I do every single day at my job, in business, at the gym, at church, at the corner store, I don't really care. At Quick Trip, getting a coffee for $3.26 because I always go large, is I sell people every single day on the goodness of God. What I do is I show my life, remember the acronym, and what He's done for me. I also explained that I wasn't always this person. It was just 3 years ago that I was lost. Lost in alcohol, lost in drugs, lustful desires, chasing money, and a lifestyle that never filled me up, but it filled my bank account, and that never made me happy. Till I was rock bottom, face down in an empty apartment, hating myself, and I wanted to take my life. Then I lead them to the impact of His grace and why He died for my sins and how great His grace is and His mercy is and how that can be also available to them. Now, when we wrap this up, I got a challenge for you. I want you to look at your neighbor right now. Make this so awkward. And I want you to sell them on how amazing they are, how fearfully and wonderfully they are made, and show them that God, the creator of all, made them unique. I love this. This is what I like. See, you end with everybody talking. There we go. Yes. Yes. You look great, brother. You look great, brother. Always looking great. Love this, love this. Other than that, everybody raise their hand. See, that's a tip to get people to quiet when they don't listen. Just take that note. Have a blessed day.